Bear in mind, I have no idea how to moderate. So.
Mostly I just vibe in the chat and wait for something to happen, and then if something ever happens, then I try to help.
I will vibe in your chat.
Can you check to see if audio sounds fine and everything?
I, for some reason, can't fucking find you. I swear I'm fucking subbed to you.
It might take a second, or for it to show up as me streaming, with like stream delays and stuff.
Switch your name up. Switch your name up. I can't find rolling for artistry. Okay, there you are. It's just roll for artistry.
Yeah, it's just roll.
Alright, give me a moment. I'm gonna deafen on Discord.
Bum 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 ba bum 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 bum.
Okay, so how it sounds, you're okay. I'm a bit quiet, but that's alright.
Okay, I'll turn you up a little.
Okay, just make sure you're above me.
I am slightly above you. Still. Wait, no, that's in it. Okay. Testing.
5, 6, 4.
Numbers and words and thoughts and things. Bum 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 bum.
Maybe a bit more.
Bum bum. You up a bit more?
Yeah. They don't sound to change for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, should be fine now. I think.
Okay. Good. Okay. Cool.
Ooh.
Do 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 do.
Right, all good. All good.
I probably should have started on like a stream starting screen. Oh, they're all scuffed. Never mind. I've been messing with my size stuff too much. I'll fix that later. Anyway.
Just for a second, it's all wrapping up and record. Yeah,
I have them both on the same scene thing. Anyway.
I have no idea how to work scenes.
I just have 3. I have one for recording, one for streaming, and then one for like my opening closing screens.
I don't know what to do with scenes, what they do. I've never even tried. I just remember when I first got OBS, the tutorial said never touch scenes, they're way too complicated.
I mean, it's just that you have to set up separately. But the thing is, I have like I have all this like extensive stuff around my screen and stuff, and I don't feel like making sure it's. So I just set it up separately on a separate scene.
Yeah. I'm not saying you shouldn't.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I have no fucking clue. Perhaps.
It's really easy.
I have a notepad. Could teach me.
It's really okay. I'm gonna start working on animating while we talk about this. That way it's not just like nothing. Oh, I'll switch the song too. I'm gonna go crazy if we listen to this one the whole time. Let's listen to Wilbur said I'm in love with an e-girl.
I've never heard of that.
That's wholesome.
Is that Lovejoy?
Yeah. Well, it's not Lovejoy because it's not Lovejoy. It's something Wilbur did as a Wilbur song thing, not as a Lovejoy song thing.
I've got a friend who listens to it, and they also stream, and they're at my college. And every morning that I see him, right, I greet him in a way that annoys him. Wanna know why? Because his hair makes him look like Wilbur Soot. He has soot hair. So every morning, when I get into college and I see him walk through the door, I say, "Oh my God, it's Wilbur Soot! Oh my God, when's your new Lovejoy coming out? Oh my God! Oh my God, Wilbur Soot! Oh my God, I couldn't get you the latest Lovejoy. The tickets are booked. Are you okay? Oh my God, Wilbur! Oh my God!" It pisses him the fuck off, but it also makes him laugh and smile. So I can't tell if it's just genuinely something that makes him annoyed, or if it's one of those, "You fucker," like, you know, one of those things like, "You son of a bitch, haha," type things, like with us. Like if I make a bad pun, you're like, "Haha, that's bad," or if I'm like, "Fuck off," because I'm an asshole, I say it like that.
I always forget how when I'm streaming everything acts up weird. Oh, I should probably wait. I need to get chat pulled up on my phone. Where did I leave my phone?
Don't worry, it's literally fucking nothing.
Yeah, it's always nothing, but I have to have it up all the time anyway.
Now
My phone
we
was
have
on the
as of
floor.
12 days ugh. Fucking throat. Saying something and then I just like had to fucking expel air. That felt horrible. What the fuck?
I always forget how the program
as of
adds up
12
every
days
time.
ago,
I'm,
I have access to guest star. Basically, I can have one of my viewers come into my stream as a guest.
Huh.
How about I not do that? It's the last time I tried to do something like that. Last like I did a play with viewers thing, right? Guess what happened?
What?
I got in, I got him on the game, and immediately he put racial slurs in the game chat.
Oh boy.
Well, and this is on Twitch, not recording, so I couldn't just like blur that shit. Yeah, so it was kind of scuffed. Oh,
I forgot why I hate trying to draw on stream. My program doesn't respond right while I'm streaming, because it takes a lot of processing to stream.
Yeah.
I think I just need to like wiggle my mouse to make the thing start responding again. When it stops. I don't know.
Oh, now it's working. Now it's fluid now, but it looked a little bit laggy. Oh, good.
The mouse responds, but my pen doesn't. It's so annoying.
Yeah, because like for the stream, it then looks like that. For the stream, it then looks like everything's frozen when you're out here. It's just your pen that's frozen.
Yeah, the only thing frozen is me.
On the shoe. The stuff on the shoe. Is that a layering issue? I always hear like when it comes to artist memes, because Stevie's an artist, you know, an artist. I've got multiple artist friends, so I always see like online artist memes of that moment where you fucking drawn the wrong layer, and you're like, ah.
I'm doing all my coloring on the same layer. I don't feel like having, because it's animation layers, which are already enough of a pain to have like a bunch of layers of, because you have all these individual frames within the layers you can't merge down. So I'm trying to like, you know, make the most of my layers where possible. Wait, why do I switch to a new frame here? Oh, because of this layer. Yeah, okay. This part. Yeah, okay.
Animation paint, you just gotta draw every single frame with the same fucking color. Constantly just go, next frame, do the exact same thing each time.
Yeah, I was watching YouTube while I was doing it earlier. What's great about it is that it's probably one of the easiest things to like do simultaneously with other stuff, because you don't have to like think about it or make decisions while you're like doing this part of the process of just like filling everything in. I
gotta use my brain hole. I just gotta squiggle my squiggle stick.
It's also good for like when like I feel like motivated but I don't have any like inspiration.
My head, I don't know why I've been getting headaches all fucking week, and it's been driving me up the wall, then down.
Has there been like pressure changes or something? I heard those cause headaches.
Pressure changes, but wouldn't that like entail going up and down and stuff like that? Like
the barometric pressure will change randomly with weather patterns and stuff.
I ain't sure if the weather's changed, because I'm gonna be honest with you here, it's pitch fucking black.
I mean, we're kind of in like that fall-winter transitionary period, so it tends to be a little bit fluctuating. The weather tends to fluctuate a little bit around this time of year, I think.
Yeah. Ooh. While we do this, I'm just gonna play a random fucking Roblox game.
Okay.
Like, it's just a random stupid mining tycoon Roblox game. For reasons unknown. Rebirthing. Rebirth, I've become anew. I've been watching a lot of Clarkson's Farm recently.
What's that?
Do you know who Jeremy Clarkson is?
No.
Never heard of Top Gear?
I feel like I've heard the word Top Gear before.
Very, very famous British TV show by some fellas called Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and Jeremy May. Was it Jeremy May? James May, sorry. That was their names.
Cool.
Very unfortunate names, I know. I'm joking. And they ran Top Gear for quite a while until they quit, with Jeremy Clarkson punching a lot of people as he quit. But to be fair, you can't blame him, because what I heard happen was in one of their specials where they had to go up to a massive bloody on a massive mountain. The supporters and the producers and stuff like that were all like in the cafe at the bottom of the mountain and stuff, just chilling, while them and their camera crew were literally freezing to death up there.
Oh, wow.
So they kind of quit, and then they went to Amazon and made Top Gear the Grand Tour as their like final goodbye to Top Gear. Then the people from the American spin-off came, and they're now currently running Top Gear, apparently. Or at least when that first happened, the guys from the spin-off came. I'm not entirely sure who's running it right now, though. But now it's all based on electric cars. And it's got like half the fun out of it, because most of the fun from Top Gear was from like the presenters doing this stuff, not just the stuff they did, and the banter they had. You know what banter is, right? Not sure if that's a slang term.
It's I know banter, yeah. It's...
Okay, I often have no fucking clue when it comes to words like this. Because I met someone from America who apparently, like, dilly-dally was apparently not a term.
People say dilly-dally.
I've not heard it. At least, I mean, they didn't hear it.
Maybe they live in, like...
What's the term?
Then again, I'm from, like, Virginia, which I've said is, like, the everything, like... You get a little bit of, like, a lot of the different parts of, like, America. So, like, it could be something that's, like, not a thing in, like, a more specific, like... Yeah. Like, I feel like Virginia is one of the more general America places. While other places tend to have, like, their own specific things.
I heard the term... I also had someone who didn't recognize the term Bing Bang Boss, which was confusing to me at the time. You know what that is, right?
No one says that, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. People say it around here, so... That job's good, you know.
I might also have like the flaw of understanding of living a couple years in England. So like, you know, people around me could say it just because my entire family had lived there for a couple years. I only have one member of my family who's never left the United States now, of like my immediate family. The ones who live in the same house as me. And that's the one that was born recently. Not recently, but recently, you know. The baby. All my other siblings were born overseas, but one of them went and got born recently on accident. Well, not accident, you know.
Imagine someone being born by accident on purpose.
They're like, yeah, we didn't mean to do that. It just kind of happened.
I've constantly been told that it wasn't an accident, but we weren't expected because we were like Labour happened at a very unconventional time, and in the quote moment of conceiving was like just a spur of the moment thing. Yet I am convinced that I am an accident, but not in the bad way, but more in the So how'd you end up like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. One of my siblings was supposed to be a girl. The doctors were so sure.
The topic has changed. Yeah. Imagine.
It was just so funny though, because we'd gotten rid of all the boy baby clothes. We only had the girl ones anymore. So he was wearing girl baby clothes for the first couple of months of his life.
Did you know that when my mum was told that she was having twins, that no one had told her beforehand when they thought they did, so the nurse had casually brought up, "Oh, look, lovely twins." When previously she was told there was one.
Why wouldn't they tell her?
Because they didn't know, and then when they found out, there must have been like miscommunications. It must have been like, "Oh, okay, so they know." So what happened was the nurse went, "Oh, they both," during an ultrasound, they're like, "They both look really healthy," and I was like, "Oh, wait, both?" had to do a double take, to be honest. But I find that extremely funny.
It was a buy one get one free sale, but she wasn't warned.
It's a buy one get one free. Oh my god. Why
Imagine if in buy one get one free sales, you weren't told. You just would, whenever you bought something, and it was on sale, on buy one get one free sale, the cashier just put an extra one in your basket without telling you.
That's fucking like.
You just get home, you're unpacking your groceries, like, wait a minute, did I buy 2 of these? And you check the receipt, and no.
This is a joke I'd make, but I don't think I can say on Twitch.
Then don't say it.
I won't say it. What I'm saying is prepare for after this stream. I'm gonna have a notepad full of timestamp, funny joke, writes down the joke. And then after the stream, I'm just gonna be opening up page sound effect. I'm not there sound effect page turning, and there's just you just gonna have number 1 at 4:06 at a timestamp.
Oh, I just had the same song repeating because I had it on repeat because of the other song. Let's listen to something else. We've been listening to this one for a couple minutes.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't hear it. But that's because I've muted your thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew you couldn't hear it. I just don't know what the solution to that is, honestly, without attaching your volume to it. Because we could go into a server and get a music bot, but then it would then it would mix with your.
Wait, I've just put your stream audio on. Are you playing music right now?
Yes. I wasn't quite what I thought I'd be when I was a girl and BYB. When I get older, marry her, I told her. I'm 26 and I work in an office. The best, I'll be honest. If I could change a single thing, I'd make it me and not him. He's in your bed, I'm in your Twitch chat. I wonder how my pen battery's doing, actually. I'm gonna check that.
Okay, the music is very small. The music is very, very low.
Oh yeah, I'll turn it up a little. I'd had it a little lower.
I just checked it.
I'd had it a little lower because it was originally kind of just background music.
Oh, I see.
But now it's just this is actual music instead of just free music that I don't know what words to use to describe that music actually. But it was just very backgroundy music. It wasn't something you actually wanted to really hear that much. You just wanted something fill the noise a little. Okay, my pen's at 31. That's still fine. I'll have to replace the battery soon though.
I still need both to actually be able to hear it. I'm not entirely sure if it can be heard by others. I couldn't hear it, but also that's me. I'm fucking deaf. Like, you know.
Back when we were 17, living the dream. Living the dream. Back when we were 17.
I've realized I made a massive strategical error in the ways that I work this goddamn mine. I'm playing a Roblox game where I'm basically mining. I realized I should be putting, because I've just started out and I just wasted all my money on mining ore. I should probably not also be putting the stone to the purchasing process first. You know, kind of just get all the gems and shit into the elevator before I go havoc on setting with a pure bloody cobblestone.
I'm thinking if I finish my flat coloring before I'm feeling like too tired to stream, I might play some Stardew Valley for a bit.
That'd be cool. I think I still have that installed if you want to play with. If I'm feeling up to that, because I notoriously would go, oh yeah, I'll play Stardew Valley, and then no longer feel up for playing Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bloody idiot out of ass.
It's gonna take me a while to get through flat colors. Well, not a while, but like a little bit. I guess I only have after pants. I just have shirt and shoes, but you know.
You're not wearing socks right now.
I'm not coloring the socks. They're not visible.
No. Here's this root of the conversation, right? It sounded partially you weren't talking about what you were drawing, but what you were wearing. So you said, "Oh, just shirt, shoes, and trousers." I'm like, "You're not wearing socks, big guy?" As a joke. It was a bad joke. It was meant to be one of those quick jokes that aren't funny in concept, but the concept of the funniness is more you realize that there's been a miscommunication. One of those idiotic ones. I do apologize.
I don't have the brain cells today for that. That's why I'm coloring pants.
Coming up on this
Color pants.
You don't color pants when you have a lot of brain cells.
Discover the newest form of communication.
I'm gonna be honest, I probably made that joke because I innately don't have brain cells, to be honest. That's how I find it funny.
I think it'd be fun to like just work for like in like 2D animation of just being like in just your only job is to color every frame. Like that like I feel like a lot of people who are like really artsy would be like, oh, that'd be so sucking. Just coloring pants every day. I'd be down to color pants every day.
One of the things I know I could never do, like in terms of being able to do it without like a lot of struggle and a lot of, I don't mean struggle as in it being like a regular struggle, I mean like mentally having to like spend a while preparing yourself, you know? And stuff like that. I really want to do it, yeah, I know it'd be something I can never physically do properly. Farming. It's because I've been watching Clarkson's farm. I'm like, well, at least I could do. I feel like I could be up the tractor, you know, driving the tractor, cultivating, you know. I feel like that's something I could do. But anything to do with animals, I am definitely not doing. You know.
Yeah, I can't work on a farm if there's horses on it. I've also been told to avoid all just like barnyard animals because they don't test for those on the test. They're just like, hey, we check for horses, but we don't check for like cows or sheep or like goats or anything. And if you're allergic to cats, dogs, and horses, you know, just avoid the rest of the animals too. That's literally what they told me.
Yes, you are allergic to cats, dogs, and horses.
I'm allergic to cats, dogs, and horses. And I have a cat at home. I'm the one who picked her out.
Wonderful.
Well, she's just not allowed. So, I'm not one of the more cuddly people with her. So she cuddles with everybody else more. So that's part of how it. And she's also just like not allowed in my room. And then that with like that along with like my daily allergy medicine and the fact that you can kind of just acclimate to a specific animal so that your allergies around them aren't as bad. It works out fine. Everyone's happy.
Yeah, you got a whole business thing going on there. Why is the button not being pressed anymore? The lift button. I don't know why. I both like paperwork and hate paperwork. You know.
Well, I hate paperwork. I don't have a brain for it.
I guess it has to be something. I'm actually interested in. Like the student union stuff I told you about. I like.
That's not paperwork. That's different. Well, what you were talking about, like
documents.
That's a report. That's not paper. That's not doing paperwork.
Does that not count as part of a variation of paperwork?
Maybe I just have a very skewed idea of paperwork because I think paperwork sucks. But writing reports isn't bad.
I like writing reports. I like being like, you know, that person who's like,
Oh, I forgot.
all the facts, then they got the bloody information, I write it down, documentation, got that based shit, you know. It's kind of that person. Which is strange because I actively hate it sometimes. So then I look at what I've written and I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, you know. I know nothing about economy, so that's probably why my idea for fixing something is probably never going to work. But people say it'll be extremely hard monetary wise to be able to what's it called? To be able to transfer from coal to nuclear. I'm like, okay, here's an idea. Tax the richer companies more, tax the oil companies more. As you're paying for them, they also have to pay back a lot. Use a lot of that excess money to then not put it in your own offshore accounts, Tory parliaments. What you should do is put that into nuclear and solar and wind, if you're really up for it. But, you know, wind is a bit difficult because not a lot of people in the UK want more onshore wind farms. You develop those, use those for your energy, and create more while letting off less coal. I mean, letting off more coal at the same time, you know, like you're removing what you're gaining. You know?
That seems like an effective strategy to me.
Yes, but like if it hasn't been done before, it's likely for some reason, unless it's all just because of greed, which is likely because of our current government, the government we've had for 16 years, being the same Tory one. Tory meaning conservative, meaning they want money.
Oh, the money people.
They want money, because they're a bunch of old rich men. They're very diverse in the category of old and rich and white.
I graduated from pants to shirt on coloring.
Happy graduation day. I bet that studying was worth it. What a change in conversation. I'm complaining about the government and saying how I actually have a idea, which, bear in mind, I've not done any numbers on it. But it's a theoretical idea, right? Of buying less energy from gas as we build more for nuclear and stuff, and use both the money we get from increasing more tax on places like Shell and also massive companies like Amazon, because I swear to God, Bezos has enough fucking money he can use for that, you know?
The problem with like increasing taxation on big companies is that the big companies will refuse to take those losses themselves. They'll almost always pass them on to customers instead.
Sanctions. Do you know how we sanction oligarchs for Russia?
Yeah.
That, but the massive owners of the companies. Because at this point, stuff like, for example, how Bezos and stuff made prices of necessary things in COVID extortion so we can get more money, or the massive extortionate rates of oil prices when they're earning billions and they really, to make it profitable, don't really need it to make it this expensive. We could sanction them on laws of extortion.
I don't know this much about politics.
We already know it's a crisis. Huh?
I don't know not as much about this stuff.
Nor I. I'm gonna be honest. Look. You have only one person to blame for me being that one friend who's got anything, who knows anything about politics, and that person is Boris Johnson. You wonder why you want to blame him? Because learning about how that fucking idiot fucked us over is the entire reason I learned anything about politics.
I just realized I'm stupid.
To criticize.
The fill button exists. Why haven't I been using the fill button at all?
I don't know. Major oof in aisle 3.
This is why I was coloring pants today.
This is why I was coloring pants. POV.
POV, this is why you were
coloring
coloring pants.
The price we pay for colored pants. Ah! A lump of gold just fucking went running across the goddamn wall. Close that up. Alright, now if I fill this up again, I could have a semi-more effective way of doing this by just having to press a few buttons instead of having to manually drive back and then do all this labor. Just think about it. I've got to move a lot of rock from one end of the tunnel into my elevator, which goes into the conveyor belts. Now think about this. If I fill up my van, then close the cover of the van, then fill up before I go off to sell the oh, they're stepping away. Okay. Oof. That moment when stepping on.
Electronic mail.
Okay, class. Hello, everybody. Let's keep you entertained. What can I rant about for about 10 fucking minutes? I will tell you. Not so sure, to be honest. I could rant about something. Mary Lloyd, is it? How do I spell it? Now how to spell it means I know how to pronounce it. Yeah, Mary Lloyd. That is Welsh Christmas tradition, and I'm Welsh, from the south. Basically, you get a big skeleton horse head, put it on your head as well as like a cape thing and some other decoration to then look like Mary Lloyd. No, Mary Lloyd. Sorry, Mary Lloyd. And then you go up to someone's house around Christmas time. You kinda knock on the door. They open up the door like, "Hi, Mary Lloyd!" And then what happens is they basically have a rap battle. You gotta sing, to which then the horse sings, and who's ever deemed the better singer chooses the outcome. Now, if you sing better, he doesn't come in your house. If Mary Lloyd sings better, they go to your pantry and raid all your booze. That's right, if you can't rap, a skeleton horse will break into your house and steal your alcohol. Fucking lovely. Welcome to Wales. That, my friend, is how you keep a Twitch chat active for about a minute. Although there's fucking nobody in here. But hey, it'll be lovely on the goddamn clips. Oh, what's another one? Oh, yes. Oh, I can't remember the name. Of this place. But in Wales, there is a massive mountain with a lake in the middle that looks like a chair. Now, there is a semi-story of like a telling and like a tale. If you were to see it, because basically what happens is that a massive giant, in Welsh folklore, we have mountains and stuff, not because of glaciers, but because of massive giants, and they walk around and they lived here before humans. That's what it's like back when we had a religion when we were pagan a couple tens of thousands of years ago. Back before Christianity came. Right. So what happened was, with these giants, one of them sat down and basically sat on a mountain, made a chair out of that mountain. Right? Now, it is said when sleeping, right where he would have sat his arse down, right in the seat of the mountain, if you sleep there, you either wake up a madman or a poet. Now, I bet that should be on some of you's bucket lists. To sleep there one night and see if you wake up a bit deranged or a philosopher? I bet you most of you are good deranged. Me? I haven't slept there. You think I'm fucking chancing it? No, I'm crazy enough as it is. What's another Welsh folklore I could talk about?
Log off.
Well, anything I could talk about, really. What can I talk about? What can I absolutely drone on about? I ain't got a clue. I'm usually really good at droning on.
Coming up on this program, we show you how
One
to
thing I have done recently
find out how to choose an internet
is
service
I
provider.
have gotten a
Discover the
position
newest
of
form
power.
communication, electronic mail.
I am, in my college, the student union vice president, and I am a course rep. Meaning, I have power, and you should fear me as mortals thou art. That is a joke. Well, the fear me part is. You better be following this channel. Otherwise, nothing. There's nothing better. I don't know why I'm advertising now. I've just become a massive advert. That I am now, an advert. Bolt Finniken reduced to an advert. Out of what? Nothing. Literally nothing. Alright, I'm gonna read something to you all now. I'm gonna read a story to you. Let me just give me a drink. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a beast. I won't. What is a story I could tell you? What is a story? Let me think. There are many stories that happen in life. They impart wisdom? Nah. I have absolutely no idea what to do. Yeah, if anyone's in chat, you can give me suggestions. Should I sing? I could sing very poorly, but I got a song that I could sing. Chat. Half an hour and 3 people. That's actually good. Well, what could I do? What could I gush about? What could I talk about for ages? Possibly Doctor Who. Things I could talk about with Doctor Who. Like the new Doctor reveal. Because I'm gonna be honest, I ain't got that much faith in it. I ain't got that much faith, and that's for a few reasons. Because the concept of the Doctor having an old face that he or she had previously had coming back ain't the greatest idea, because that means that could happen at any point, right? It's not really.
Howdy, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Oh, you're back. I have just been ranting to a chat who have got 2 or 3 people in there.
Are there people in chat? Yo!
What? Oh no, 2 people viewing, no one talking in chat yet. I'm
Chat with me, guys.
I'm gonna squeeze it out of them at some point. I told them about Mary Lloyd, and now they told them about that Welsh hill, the mountain, that if you sleep on it, you either wake up a madman or a poet. And then I started ranting about Doctor Who.
Well, I just realized I've been neglecting one of my church responsibilities. There's a girl I'm supposed to be talking to. I forgot about it. Cause there's a thing where everyone's paired up to and you have to go do stuff with that person. I forgot to do it completely. I haven't even
How long
texted.
have you been having to do this?
I mean, I think I was assigned her the 3rd week of the semester, so. But to be fair, nobody's contacted me either, and someone's supposed to be assigned to me.
Okay, is this the 3rd week of the semester? Is that a long amount of time or a short amount of time?
It's been a while.
Alright, well, they can clearly live without you. They shouldn't be. If they're not complaining, then leave it.
Yeah, it was mostly just a check-in, a normal check-in. Somebody else who has been doing what they were supposed to be doing was also talking to this person, so it wasn't me getting in trouble or anything. It was just hey, how's it going? Do you need any help with anything, type of thing? I've went back
Yes,
to just
I
coloring it
need.
in
Yes,
instead
I
of
do
like
need
fill
help.
bucketing it.
Perhaps I'm.
No,
You
I
just
just
go,
keep
yes, I
forgetting
do
I'm
need help.
lazy.
In fact, could you give me a lift to Walmart?
I can't ask today. They can't take me to Walmart
I
today.
apologize. I apologize. It was a reference to you saying it previously when it sounded like a child.
Yeah.
Is this the adult version of have you got games in your phone? Have you got games? Congratulations, we've not lost in viewers, meaning I haven't been a detriment to your view ratings.
Cool. And apparently I'm not a detriment to my view ratings either, because they're still here after I got back.
Wait, to be fair, you're the main fucking person. They're coming for you. They are here for you. If you're the detriment, then they probably just haven't got to the like goddamn location, you know? And to be fair, they were here while you were there. They were here while you were still there first. You know? Like, there wasn't just suddenly 3 between the times of you leaving and coming.
They just show up the second I leave. Showed up the second I leave. That'd be funny.
Like, what's this? Oh, this fella's recording. I'm like, I am not. This fella's meant to be drawing, and yeah, he's just talking about Mary Lloyd, and then you come in and it's like, hi, I'm the designated drawer. Like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Questions everywhere. Number 1 question, what the fuck? That's not my park. Okay, that's not where I'm meant to be positioning myself. Then I'm only left to assume that this is where I'm meant to be situated. Yes, I'm over here. Again, don't mind me, I'm just playing a Roblox mining tycoon. Oh, look at either. That was the swiftest parking I've ever done.
My hot chocolate! I haven't been drinking it! I bet it's cool enough to drink now.
What?
I forgot about my hot chocolate. I haven't been drinking it yet because it had to cool for a bit. It's good now.
Do you not just blow on it?
Well, no, I just wait.
How long are you gonna wait? At that point, it's just gonna be lukewarm. Let's try it up 200C. I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell's that 200C? McDonald's hot drinks are up 200C, by the way.
Yeah, that's why they got sued. They tried to make it look frivolous.
Yeah. And like some old woman was in the passenger car while her son was driving, and they came to a sudden stop. It spilled on her, and she got just like 30 burns.
Yeah, and they tried to make it like, oh, she spilled coffee on herself. She spilled it on herself, and it's her own negligence, and it's Steven that she's suing. They tried to spin it like that in the media and stuff.
They actually tried to spin it that she was the one driving to make it worse.
That does sound like what I'd been hearing at the time.
Yeah, I heard it after the whole thing. Well, at least in the latter parts where everyone knew they were fucking lying about the person driving. McDonald's is scummy, but I still ordered from them because when I heard about it, I was a fucking young'un, and I was like, okay, well they did this, but it has to be only that restaurant, right? Not the rest of them. Because I was an idiot, I didn't realise that morals like that are usually systematic when it comes to companies. And also because I lived right next to it, you know, it was like basically, it was like
I still go to McDonald's.
I don't go to McDonald's. I sometimes do. I need to get like the.
When I'm within good distance, I'll go to McDonald's. Pretty.
Yeah.
I don't have moral values anymore. I quit. There's too many.
Go there to get nuggies. To be fair, sometimes moral values are just hard.
There's too many moral values in this world. We should have a few less. That's what I think.
Average anime villain. Talk about moral values. It still fucking pops my head to think you weren't like, oh, you got a moral compass. You should be a politician. Yeah, really. She said I should be.
We need more politicians with moral compasses. I'm right.
Yeah. But you also said I was unhinged.
Unhinged with a moral compass. That's only unhinged people get elected. Nobody normal gets elected anymore.
Find out how to choose and enter.
That's the bad thing. We need someone normal, for fuck's sake. We need a normal fucker.
I think we need to compromise and just settle for somebody unhinged that also happens to have a moral value. Have moral
But then
values.
they're unpredictable, and then you end up like
The bar's on the
some
floor.
normal recent fuckers.
The bar's on the floor.
No, I have to correct you there. For the UK at least, the bar isn't on the floor. It's a trip hazard in hell. Your bar in America isn't on the floor. And it's not a trip hazard in hell. It's dug into the crust of hell. It's dug under the path. It's not a trip hazard, it's a fall hazard. It's a mind the step. Mind the gap, you know? That's the hazard in the US. So I don't think a massive Doctor Who nerd who knows nothing about economics would fit
Who cares
the
about economics?
criteria of literally most of politics relies on economics. Because
Only
everything
nerds
you do
like
costs
economics.
money. I'm a nerd.
For the record, I am taking my second economics class. So I guess I do know and or slightly care about economics. Against my own will. I just thought it was an easy class.
My only grasp of economics is the massive rant from Money Game, to which I can almost perfectly recite because I love that song. Not with proper pronunciation, but in terms of the words. Should I try it?
Go for it.
Should I be a literal dumbass and try it? Okay,
I'll
let's see.
pause my music. It's eerily quiet now. It's your time.
Something. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in the nursery rhyme. Seashells see yourselves on the seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because those on the sand. Step one, let's create a sense of scarcity. So much. I'm sorry, but I'm like nearly coughing all the time because I just choked on water. Anyway. Step 1. Must create a sense of scarcity. Shells themselves better if your people think of where receive. Bear with me. Take as many shells as you can find them hiding on the line. Stockpile and dry until there's red, and then the diamond. Step 2. Gotta make people think that they want them. Really want them. Really fucking want them. Hit it like Bronson. Influence product pricing. Features prime time entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste man. 3. It's monopoly. Versus size and property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell. That will be used philosophy. Swallow your more instead of poor man's quality. 4. Expand. Wait. Something. I always forget this bit. Something. First blood on hands. 5. Why just shells? Why limit yourselves? She sells oil as well. 6 guns sell socks, sell diamonds, sell rocks, sell water to a fish, sell the time to the clock. 7 step on the grass, put your foot on the brakes. Want to be the president of the United States. 8 big smile, big wave. That's great. Now the truth is overweight. Tell lies at the gate. 8 polarize people. Controversy is the game. No, it doesn't matter if they hit you if they all say your name. 10. The world is yours. Step out on the stage of a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, devil, a whore, and you see yourselves on the seashore. I can't say that right because the guy raps so fucking fast. Like, have you seen Money Game 1 and 2?
I don't know if I've seen 2. I know I've seen 1. There's
was
also a
born
lot of edits of like
They
it
join
because
together?
especially in like the Minecraft and the Dream SMP thing, there's one a particularly popular one with Jay Schlatt.
There's this one that I'm about to link to you, which I'm actually going to listen to. It's like 7 minutes long, so I'll put 1 and 2 right next to each other. That's what it's from. That guy raps so fast, and I don't even sing rap. Rap ain't my thing. I'm strictly speaking, right? I am very much just a rock type of guy. I don't rap. Because the speed they talk is like a motorboat. You know? Question, how the fuck do you communicate? Who knows? Are you okay? You've gone really silent.
I'm just sleepy, dude. I'm always sleepy.
It's only just reading into my brain now that I just fucking poorly rapped on stream.
Yeah.
Live on Twitch. For the world to see.
Yeah, the world's seeing you
Yeah.
now.
Buddy Mark is seeing me now. Is the music playing on your thing? Let me check.
Oh, the music's off right now. Should I, there's not music on right now.
You should probably turn it on. People are gonna want it in case we just should stop talking.
Yeah. I need to switch the song. It's been the same one for a while.
This
Because
is why
I just keep
get,
leaving
like,
it looping on one because I don't feel like making sure none of like the super copyright songs are playing. Because I feel safe
or
playing
you-
like Lovejoy and Wilbur Soot, but like if I play AJR, I'll just instantly get destroyed.
No idea what AJR is. My idea.
It's like some like big band thing. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, as we were saying before, I decided to make a rap tangent. That's pretty much the only. That's the only economics I know. To be fair.
Well, I can talk about economics for a while.
Oh, please do. I can actually learn something from that.
Okay, so there's two main types of economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is more on how it affects like individuals and individual firms, like how certain decisions, demand, supply will affect individuals, while macroeconomics is about how the economy is affected as a whole.
Businesses.
Okay, I'm not actually sure where to go from there. So with demand and supply, demand is a downward sloping curve and supply is an upward sloping curve, along an axis in which money is on, in which price is on the y-axis and quantity demand is on the x-axis. I need to turn down my music a little bit. I can't hear myself think. It doesn't get much lower. Okay. So when the price is higher, more of the item will be supplied by firms. But when the price is lower, more will be demanded by individuals and households and stuff, right? So you want to get the price to an equilibrium in which the amount supplied equals the amount demanded, and that's an equilibrium price. Now, not taxes. When there's a price ceiling or a price floor, that will cause the price to shift upwards or downwards, taking it away from equilibrium and causing there to be deadweight loss. In which, let's say, more is demanded than supplied because you're forced to set it to a price where there's a higher demand, or where more is supplied than demanded because... Sorry, I got distracted. Something popped up on my screen that was that. Because it's higher price than people are willing to pay, but the suppliers are making a lot of it. And a lot of the time when there is a price floor that sets the price too high, then the government will start buying up excess because they believe it's important to keep those, because the reason they set the floor in the first place would be to try to keep, like it's a lot of time with farmers. They'll do this with farmers when there's like an issue causing there to be way more crops than there should be. In order to keep price from fluctuating too much, the government will set a price floor and then buy up the excess. That's a way to try to stabilize the economy, right? I forgot where I was going with that, but that's like a whole thing I learned about last year.
That's cool. I know the basics of like, there's like, okay, I never learned about economics, but I know a little bit of supply and demand, not in the economic way, but the way it will affect the business in terms of you making something, mostly because in my product design class, they both taught us just how to make things, but also what we want to do if we want to sell our shit, you know?
So there's four types of goods that affects how supply and demand works. There's a normal good, a supplementary good, a complementary good, a substitutionary good, and a luxury good. Now, when the economy is good, more of luxury good and normal goods will be bought, and be bought because there's more money, and you buy more of it when you have more money for it, right?
Yeah.
A substitute good, there will be less bought of when the economy is doing good, because you will buy what you would you would buy the more expensive equivalent option, and a complementary good is bought more of when more of another type of good is bought. So if, let's say there's there is let's say that
Is it like
pasta sauce is a complementary good for pasta, right? When more pasta is bought, more pasta sauce is bought.
Yeah, so that's basically, I was about to give an analogy of, it's like when you buy a camera, you're also going to buy a tripod.
We have lost all those 2 viewers. They do not care about economics.
They've gone.
They were like, economics? Really? This is where we're going now? They're like, I signed up for a nerd, not, I signed up for an artist, not an economics person.
Me singing horribly, out of tune, out of pacing, losing my breath constantly, wasn't bad enough for them. But the moment you start talking about supply and demand in economic sense, they're like, the fuck off with this.
They're like, if she actually knows how economics works, canceling, unfollowing, never speaking to her again.
Major cringe, unbase.
Anyway, I said I would play Stardew Valley after I finish the flats, and I have finished the flats, but I am also kind of starting on the next detail layer.
You can get on that if you want. You can get on that
but I'm also thinking about just switching to Stardew Valley now. I just started switching to this automatically.
Other way, I'm still going to do a little bit more of my little mining thing over here before I go on and start playing Stardew. Because I'm trying to generate money!
It's so funny, I drove him away by talking about economics. They're like, we're not here for a lesson.
Yeah, well, I'm here for a lesson. Keep talking.
Yeah, I think I'm done animating for now.
Yeah, I wasn't joking, by the way. I do like it. I do like it. I do actually like it now that you talk about economics. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's like, if I were to learn about a class, I'd fucking hate it because the way teachers teach things. It's just
yeah, like, literally what I told you was several weeks worth of information.
Several weeks?
Because we go into so much detail about it. And we have to, like, practice, and we're like, oh, if this mountain and this, and oh, look at this chart. Look at this chart. Look at all these graphs. Oh, look, this line on this graph is shifted. How will it affect this other graph? It's so nerdy. There's a reason people hate economics. And it's because it's not fun. It's all graphs.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if something's like all graphs, I'm not gonna like it. Like, the reason I like what I do now with my thing is because there's not as many graphs. I'm personally choosing to make documents. I don't have to.
I actually like graphs. That's part of the way I'm doing this class again. Because I took microeconomics last semester, and this semester I'm taking macroeconomics. I'm taking the almost identical other class.
To be specific, I like making graphs. And I like using graphs. But there's a difference between just looking at a graph and then getting info from that, and then being said, okay, this part of the graph is this. So what is X? Right? And I'm like, bro, theoretically, if I'm in a firm, that's going to be known. Like, that's why they made the graph part of it,
So the point of the graphs is you're supposed to be projecting how things will be affected by other changes, right? So it's like, oh, we've noticed this trend of change with this other thing. What do you think the trend of change will be with this related, this related product?
But what I meant is, like, in math, it's like, okay, you got on this graph, you got 15%.
Oh, I need to change my stream information.
What is that in mixed decimal? And I'm like, I don't know how to do mixed decimal. You know what I mean? That's the type of thing.
Do you want to play Stardew Valley with me when you're done with what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm generating money, like blowing.
Okay, I'll load up the world I made. I'll load up my other world.
It'll take a while. I'm going to take a while. That is a thing.
Oh, okay. I'll start up with my other game then, and then I'll switch to the other one when you're ready.
Yeah.
Yo, we're back up to 3! I need to stop talking about economics before they leave again. Unless they're here to hear about economics. If you're here to hear about economics, hey.
Tell us, please. Legit tell us.
Because I will talk about economics so much.
They will go wild on it. No cap. On God, on sharp. You'll see her, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. I cannot remember. We both have horrible memory, but I think in different capacities. I don't really forget people, but I forget information.
I forget everything. I forget everything but information.
Yeah, and you forget everything but information. So that's why I couldn't possibly be like an economist or a fucking politician, because I forget all the information. I didn't need to constantly carry around the chart. Right? You'll remember all that, but you won't realise you're talking to the fucking Prime Minister. That's what it would be like.
If I were a politician, I would just start accidentally talking about economics while trying to give my inaugural speech. I'd be like, we, the people of the United States, control the levels of supply and demand based upon our perception of the values of items. And then everybody in the crowd would be like, what?
Due to the laws of supply and demand.
Shane made me an omelet. I might give it back to him later, though.
Oh, this is Stardew Valley character.
Yeah.
I thought there was like a roommate of yours who gave you an omelet. I was like, wait,
no.
You're kind of
That'd be so out of nowhere if one of my roommates was just like, yo.
Have an omelet. Like, yo, Vi, take a look at this shit. You know? That'd be out of random. It also needs you to have a kind roommate. Because it's very kind. Unless they're doing it to bribe you, then they're a smart one. Because I'm pretty sure anyone can bribe you with food. And by you, I mean the collective you, the human race. Can bribe them with food.
I very specifically, I also me very specifically can be bribed with food, yes.
I wasn't trying to insinuate that, because that's, you know, that sounds like we're trying to insinuate something else.
Ooh, there's another pomegranate on my tree.
Ooh, I like pomegranate.
Yeah. Pomegranates are cool.
Oh, pomegranates are unironically based. Pretty sure they help you with when things taste spicy.
I'm still thinking about that boba I had yesterday. It was raspberry and pomegranate with like lemon boba.
You really like that, huh?
Oh, it was good. It was good, dude.
I don't think I'd be down to that, considering you're still fucking thinking about it. I would have forgotten I had it by this point, if it was me.
It was also like so cute. It was like pink. I was like, man, now I get why people go out of their way at like places like Starbucks to get like these cute looking drinks. Like, I get it now.
Every time I hear pink, I keep thinking of like the nickname for Pink Diamond, because I was a city unit. Still technically am. Technicality alone. I don't like what happened in it. I don't like how rushed it got. But to be fair, you can't really blame it for being rushed with how, after showing the first lesbian cartoon Kiss, the Cartoon Network decided funding it slashed. But also some things were just not great, and then City Universe Future was just something, you know? I went on a massive tangent, I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's fine.
I just kind of had to realize, oh shit, this ain't going great.
He's picking a lock he doesn't go into.
Take as many down as you can find.
His knife in a wound, he's a suture.
So I found out recently there's apparently people who like play Stardew Valley like as like min-maxing it, and apparently there's like a certain number of, if you take like a certain number of footsteps a day, it'll always rain the next day. So I want to know how they figured that out.
In maxing, they always figure something out eventually. Pretty sure some people in like Incendium they can min-max it. Not fully min-max, but like they know, oh, if you do this, it means this, so you should do this first, and then this, always, because if you do this many things, and then this. You know, because I was playing with them, and I was like, I'm really out of my depth.
I've never thought ahead about anything I've ever done in this game. Or any other game. I just do things, and things happen to me.
That's how you should live life.
It is how I live life.
Specifically just for video games. Should be.
Maybe I'll play some of that Star Trek game I started playing the other day. I haven't actually watched much of Star Trek,
oh my God,
but I like the concept of Star Trek, and there's a Star Trek Online game that I started playing recently that's really fun.
What is the concept of Star Trek other than you have people in space and they do shit?
No, that's it. It's space utopia at war with people.
In that respect, you may also like Doctor Who because it's people in space doing shit.
I do like Doctor Who. I watch Doctor Who. So.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have we already talked about this?
Yep.
He's like, I'm pretty sure I remember us talking about Doctor Who. I am the resident nerd.
We've talked about Doctor Who so many times.
Yeah, but like I legit could not remember if it was me ranting while you're just going, yep, you're gonna chase the subject to something I can talk about, or if it's like something you know.
It was definitely something where we both like enjoy it. I'm not as into Doctor Who as you are, but I am in. I do.
Which Doctor do you like the most?
I like the 9th one the most.
Oh, same.
He was so good.
He's my it often fluctuates. He's either my first or the second, depending on my mood. Right. Because I also really love Capaldi. I don't know why, I've always loved the more stern doctors. You know? His scripts did not do him favor. Apart from his monologues, he's really good at monologues. Have you seen his monologue from the Cyborg, the Zygon inversion, the sequel to the episode
I never kept up with like I never kept up past like the middle of Matt Smith. I kind of dropped off there.
Oh yeah.
Because it kind of was going weird. It was
Smith
getting very grandiose and everything.
Matt Smith was really shit. I'm gonna be honest. It went really shit. It went too big. But that's a Moffat problem. He does that a lot.
And it was my understanding that it kept doing that, getting big like that.
Season 3, no, it did with it's not called Darks in Manhattan. It's called Angels in Manhattan. Right?
Oh, I watched Angels in Manhattan. Yeah, it was.
It did with that, but after Rory and Amy kind of kicked the fucking bucket, it then just became like Dr. Mazar owning the Snowman, and then you had the Impossible Girl arc, which wasn't the greatest, but if you ignore that was pretty okay. But Clara is bad until you get to Peter Capaldi. Clara as a character, as the writing for her, isn't that great until you get to Capaldi, where fucking Moffat decided, you know what, I'm going to write her well. And that's where she fucking soars, and it really shows how good of a Jenna Coleman is.
I've been planning to pick it back up with Tennant coming back, because I feel like he wouldn't let them write him badly.
Do you know who's writing for Tennant right now?
Isn't it the old guy who used to write for him?
Yes, it's the guy who wrote for The Night. Is it the same guy?
I thought it was like, yeah, I know that they switched at some point, I didn't know when, but I knew that the first two were written by the same guy.
They switched at the start. They switched showrunners when Matt Smith started, and then they switched it when Jodie Whittaker started, which is a shame because Jodie's a really good fucking actress. And I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before. I really wish they'd kept her on for at least one season with Russell.
Because it just kind of leaves a stain on the reputation of a female doctor too by having her written by this bad writer. And then once they,
It
then,
does.
oh, magically once it switches back to a guy doctor it gets better? No, it's because of a different writer, but
Yeah, that's
it'll
the
look
worst
that
bit.
way.
I haven't thought about that. I've always thought about the fact it stains the reputation for the female doctor being worse. But then they bring what is one of the most arguably one of the best writers in British television in general back in with the guy doctor, and you're like, wait, and then that'll just leave people thinking, wait, so is the female doctor just a bad idea?
Because people will
I mean, why
forget
do
that it
I
was
have this
already getting
massive
bad. It was already
YouTube?
getting into a bad state before her. People will forget.
Kind of. It was already going bad, yes, but there was also good things, you know. You
Yeah.
still had character.
But
There's a
they'll
lot
see it
of-
as an they'll see it too abruptly as like a bad shift with her, and then immediately shifting back to good when she leaves.
Yeah, it went from bad to shit to good, likely, if it's going to be good next. Right. Which is not fair on Jodie at all.
Yeah, it's not. She looks so cool though. She's so gender looking. Like, come on.
I don't like her outfit.
I
for
like
one
it.
reason.
I think it's
It's
cool.
a bit too human.
That's
Maybe
that's
change the
true.
texture.
It looks too cool.
I like the idea. I like the idea of the grey coat. I like the grey coat. Right? Her in a big long coat is nice, but a different type of long coat, please. Right? Give her some grip.
She looks
The
very like
rainbow, I don't
regular
think
modern
works, but,
human.
you know. Yes.
Like she doesn't look
exactly.
out of place at all.
It's the exact opposite of Colin Baker. Colin
I
Baker,
feel like
is that
the
his
way
name?
to describe it is she
No,
looks great. She just doesn't look. She does not dress quite like a doctor, you know.
What's his name? Colin Baker, or was it? Oh no, it was Colin Baker because I mixed up because there's two doctors with the same last name. There's Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor, and Colin Baker, the 6th. Right? Colin Baker is one of the worst doctors on the television because of the writing from J&T. However, when you get into his extended media, aka like the Big Finish audiobooks, he's amazing, you know? Which is hopefully what will happen to Jodie. I think it's his outfit. Most doctors are meant to be like, the doctor's outfit is meant to be like an alien, what an alien would think a human would look like. So it's kind of wacky, but it's believable.
Something
to think
that's
that a
just
human
wacky
would-
enough to pass as like an eccentric human, but like also gives the hint
Yes.
that he's not quite. Then they're not quite right.
Yeah, but Colin Baker's look like a human. Imagine what an alien. Have you seen Colin Baker's clothing?
Probably if I
That's
saw a
the-
picture of it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've seen that. But I don't remember the names of any of the classic doctors, or what they look
he's
like.
very distinct. He's very distinct. Rainbow suit.
I feel like I have seen that.
Yeah, rainbow suit. You see, he wears a red and multiple colored jacket and clothing. He has blonde curly hair. I think I have multiple Discord gifs of him. There.
I need to switch the song. It's been the same one looping for a while. Ooh, I'm gonna play my favorite one.
My favorite scenes is like one of the ones shown there, by the way. Yeah, but I showed Colin in the in Discord.
Well, I'll go look in 1 second.
Yeah, it's fair. Oh, did you see David Tennant's turn left?
Oh yeah, I've seen him. He looks wacky.
I like the turn left episode.
I'm not
But you see,
sure.
He
But
looks wacky. I wasn't talking about him. I was just talking about like the episode. It's the one with Donna Noble. Well,
is that the one with the beetle on her
way to
back?
narrow it down, Bolt.
Yeah, that's the
it is that.
beetle one.
The beetle one.
Yeah, with the creepy
love how you
beetle on her
describe-
back. That one slaps. Yeah.
I love how you describe it as the beetle one, not the one where.
Well,
she
has there
changes
been
color.
another one with a very prominent role of a beetle?
Has there been another one where the person does one small decision that ends up with the doctor dead?
That's not a visual
London
thing.
getting- Yes, visual. The Doctor is shown to be dead. London gets fucking nuked. Stars end up going out. Everyone gets gassed by Centaurs.
Yeah, but
Those
there
are
was like
visual
the.
things.
I remember it be based on that repeated visual of the beetle on her back.
Oh yeah, there was a repeated visual, yes. But those things were still visual. You can't say that's not a visual thing.
Yeah, but it didn't have. But the repeating visual through line through the episode
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
not-
beetle.
I'm not ducking the fact.
Oh crap! It's Wednesday.
yeah,
Pierre's
remember-
is closed. I don't have enough seeds.
It's Sunday. Are you off your rockers?
It's in the game in Stardew.
Okay, you're not off your chair. Okay. For a second, I thought you were off your fucking tree for a minute.
No, if it was Wednesday, I'd be. If it was Wednesday, I'd be in my Wednesday 2 o'clock class right
Your
now.
Wednesday suit. Your Wednesday suit, I heard. For a moment.
My Wednesday
I'd be
2
in my
o'clock
Wednesday
class.
suit. Hey, Wednesday.
Also, it was Wednesday. I'd have an assignment that I still haven't done. That would have to be done by then because it's turned in on Tuesday.
Major Oof, Major L, Cope.
I don't think I will cope actually. I haven't checked in on my Monopoly poker yet.
Oh god, yeah, Monopoly. Careful, because you are streaming.
I'm not gonna pull it up right now. I don't have I don't have my browser open right now because it takes up too much juice.
Just in case.
For the
I didn't
record,
want
for
you
the
to
record.
get done by Twitch.
Again. The Monopoly one's not in any way like real.
I know. But still, Twitch may not care.
I feel like there's like the rules about it like weirdly semantic. Because I feel like some
It's 'cause
forms
I'm
of gambling are
massively-
still allowed on Twitch.
Yeah. It is kind of stupid. What's your earliest memory of Doctor Who?
When I was really little on Christmas, I got some Doctor Who figurines. I believe it was oh crap, I forgot her name. It was one of Tennant's companions. I got a
Describe visually.
I'm pretty sure she is the only person of color companion. Woman one.
Martha
Like
Jones.
yeah, Martha Jones. Yeah, I got an action figure of her and I was obsessed with it forever.
She was an actor and she was introduced in Smith and Jones where I'm just doing this for the flex. I'm just doing this to flex, by the way. I'm not trying to explain it to you. I'm doing it to flex in the chat. She was introduced in Smith and Jones season 3, episode 1, where the premise was that Jadoon, who are
A
basically
Jadoon platoon upon the moon, yes. The
Yes,
line
upon
they
the
wrote
moon.
specifically because it's difficult to say for him to say because of his accent.
Yes, yes. I was trying to like fucking remember that whole line, but I remember how to say Jadoon.
That's one of like the
Yeah,
earliest
yeah.
episodes I remember like watching because I don't remember the first couple episodes
Yeah,
of watching them
because
because I was a little one.
Yeah. So when you were saying the figurine, I was like, I read from the show, but I know how I worded that incorrectly. Anyway, allow me to continue flexing before I say my earliest memory. Where they were in space a hospital was then taken to the moon because there was an alien who was hidden amongst the humans who would drink blood through a straw.
Yeah, the straw vampire.
And they were a criminal, so they went around and to try and find it, and nearly killed everyone in the process due to low enough oxygen to last the entire thing, but they ended up saving it. And the reason why Martha was selected to go with the Doctor in the entire thing was because the Doctor saw that she was smart. Because while one of her co-workers was panicking, oh, don't open the window, you're going to let all the air out. She's like, well, it's not exactly airtight. That was one of the things. I think that's when she first met the Doctor. I can't remember, not entirely, because I've not watched it in a while, but that's one of my earliest memories of those two being together. And then there's that scene where he's exploding all the radiation out of his body into one point, being as one of his feet. He puts the shoe in the bin, and he's like, there we go. And she's what?
Yeah, that whole scene was like...
confused, and he just goes, yeah, you're right. Well, only one barefoot would look ridiculous. So he takes the other shoe off, throws it in the bin, like, barefoot. I wish it then was a close up of his feet. I am a massive fucking nerd. Hey, do you want to know what my earliest memory of Doctor Who is?
What?
You know the silence from Matt Smith's? They
Yeah?
were the guys who didn't speak, you could forget them, and they went...
Yeah, those freaky dudes.
My earliest memory is when Amy Pond was going to the bathroom, she saw one of those, and an old woman got fucking killed. Imagine, right, being what, it was like, what year was it when that episode came out? Because watching it on the telly when it first came out. Doctor Who Season 6 air. 2001. Meaning, I was about 6? Ish, 6 or 7, right? Maybe 8. That imagine being that age and you see that horrifying thing. Ain't great. You probably already know this? Doctor Who was revived on my birthday.
Oh, you're
Because
right.
It aired on my birthday. I am 2 months older than the official first episode of Eccleston's appearance, and that means I'm officially older than the 9th Doctor. Or I could say I'm older than all the ones other than that, you know? Which, you know, is a fair feat considering how long it's been, and it's the past few Doctors.
Yeah.
And I've watched all of the recent Doctors. Yes, including Jodie. I've watched from Eccleston to Jodie. I did watch it, even though it is shit. I wasn't going to knock it without trying it. And, let's just say
Yeah, I just heard
fair
from too many
game to
people that
knock it.
sucked, and I was like, eh.
Oh, I did, so I did not watch it. So then I didn't watch it. And then I decided to watch it because I was bored and nothing else to fucking do while waiting for Flux to happen. Regretted it. Then watched Flux. Regretted it. A lot of watching, like, a lot of recent Doctor Who watching for me has just been I watched it, regretted it. Because it's just been shit. You know?
Yeah, I think it suffers, again, I've always had this opinion that, like, most shows will go longer than they should. Sometimes
That's
shows
not
need to...
actually
Sometimes shows need to stop, and then if people really care about the characters in the world, you can start a second show.
But Doctor Who's special. Right? Trust me on this. It's one of those that doesn't need to just stop. Wanna know why? Because do you know why it got cancelled initially? Back in 19-something.
I do not.
It was because the writer was a lot like Christopher now, fucking incompetent. And he basically hated the show. He was the same writer, by the way, who made Colin Baker's portrayal horrible and fired him over the phone and breached her contract. Right? He was an ass. And then Mike Graves, I think his name is, who's the producer, who had hated Doctor Who since his conception, because that generation had grown up more with sitcom and stuff like that, and they preferred that and thought anything fictional sci-fi was a waste. That is a documented thing. He cancelled it because, quote, he thought it was rubbish because the production value was low. Basically, they were using very cheap props to do stuff, and it would be stuff made of cardboard and stuff. Which, to be fair, was very ingenuitive, you know?
Yeah.
And because of that, and because the story writer was a bit incompetent and couldn't write a good story, right, for the characters, so they made things such as the Candy Man. Right? You don't wanna know. It got cancelled. And then the reason it didn't come back sooner because the BBC wanted this whole campaign of showing that any Doctor Who fan was a person who lived in that other space and was fucking acting all over their face, and which, you know, the stereotypical geek from what you'd see in the late 2000s, you know.
Yeah.
They wanted a whole like shame campaign, basically, of Doctor Who.
I do
Which
feel
was
like
kind of-
Doctor Who is one of the only
disgusting, to be
shows
honest.
that can like go through a fix and can be fixed without just stopping and restarting.
It is one of the only shows, and it can even. It's one of those few shows that can go for ages and still be loved by all. The 50th anniversary, seen by a fuck ton of people. 60th anniversary will do the same, be seen by a fuck ton of people. Right? It's not a case of running too long for Doctor Who. Like with a lot of shows, it is a case of running too long. It's a case of the person put at the helms of such a legendary icon of British TV. Fucking idiot, a waste of writing paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's just me. You know,
I think you're right.
or I might almost am actually fucking correct. Once I'm not a blatant fucking idiot. I usually am.
Gonna switch to some
I wouldn't-
ambient music.
so- yeah. Yeah, I really just would not chalk it up for it being wrong. It's just gone on for too long. Nah, mate. Because usually that means that younger generations still want it as well, you know.
Yeah, I just feel like there's some shows
and only see
that
will
no
only
one
see
is
the bad
willing to
part.
let die that need to. I feel like Supernatural went way too long. It should have died.
EastEnders, Coronation Street.
I
what
feel
you
like
saying?
Voltron went too long. I feel like that should have been a shorter show. The new one.
Oh yeah, it was kind of flawed from the beginning. I liked it, but it leveled too long and too deep into childish humor.
Whoa! What is that? Oh my.
No clue. What the fuck are you on about? What? What is the
What
what is
in
the vat you're talking about?
Well, I found a Void Essence for the first time. That was a freaky looking dude.
A boy essence? What the fuck? It's Stardew Valley. What the hell are you on about?
I'm fighting
Well-
things! What do you mean? What am I talking about?
Are you telling me there's enemies in Stardew Valley?
Yes, there's enemies
Are
in
you telling-
Stardew Valley.
Are you telling me that isn't just a calm little peaceful farming game?
I'm telling you, there's enemies in Stardew Valley. I'm about to go fight another one.
Oh, everything looks frozen. Shit looks frozen. You are just staying still, right?
I did pause for a second, but oh no. Wait. Let me check on my
It's
stream
audio,
stats.
but it's all just.
Crap. I need to check. Crap. I need to pause. I didn't pause. Let me check. Oh no.
Sorry, I was playing Roblox. I couldn't tell. How long's that been happening? Long enough that we still have three viewers. So.
Oh no, that's a couple minutes behind.
Is it behind? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's framing bad.
Ooh, that's not good.
Wait, it might have caught back up. I'm not sure. Okay, I better keep an eye on this for a second. Well, I'm gonna continue playing just so that I can see if it's following me correctly. Because it's gone to a point where I was standing still for a minute. And I'd seen like my mouse.
Looks like you're standing still again.
Well, yeah, but that's when we're on a frame where I went to go check and I tabbed out of the screen. But it should have gone to, wait, no, I think it's not caught up. It's not catching up at the right rate. Let me listen to it real quick. Where it is. Oh yeah, it didn't even switch to the pause menu. That's weird. Oh man. How is this happening? It's saying only 2.4%, 0.2% of frames were lost. Oh, I can't hear you because I have my headphone off. I forgot.
I wasn't speaking.
Okay. Well, I couldn't have heard you if you were.
Nah, don't worry. I was just listening to you.
When's it updating? Oh man, why is all the audio keeping up and not the visual? I'm gonna switch what capture I'm using.
I haven't clue, to be honest. I'm just a little bit clueless. Because I'm incompetent. Oh, I can see the mouse moving.
Yeah, it's looking a little more
So
promising.
Yeah, looking good. Pretty chill. I got a Discord message from someone. Good.
Yo, I'm seeing movement! Proper movement. Oh my goodness, there's another voidy thingy. Just trying to get to the third level, the next level, so the 5 level, so I can hit an increment, so I don't lose my progress here. There we go. And elevator. Yeah, I'm seeing the character moving around. That's good.
It's good.
Yeah, so it's still a little bit behind. It's still like a bit behind. Just still like a decent stream delay, but it's also because I'm looking at it mobile. But I think I fixed it. Oh man, I can't. I was probably doing that all stream too, wasn't it?
I can't
Whoops.
confirm.
No
whether
wonder I'm not
anything.
getting views.
No one's seeing any fucking action now. Bit cringe.
Ah man. I really fumbled the bag that bad, huh?
Yeah, it's fine.
If people were actually like watching and cared a lot, they would have said something. Chances are, nobody noticed. Or they just saw it was messed up and were like, eh, whatever, and left. If they'd cared enough, they would have stayed anyway. They would have said something.
Oh, to be fair, it doesn't look like anyone left. No, one person's left. One single person is left. Other than that, I think we're good. I think people are just interested in our amazing conversations about dirt.
That is the main draw, because I'm not even talking about the game. Well, I was talking about the game a bit more. I'm talking about the game a bit more now, but
And younger brother's crying because the parents turned off the TV.
I feel like there was somebody who wanted void essences.
Why was someone void essence? What even is void essence?
I fought something and it dropped void essences. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know any more than you do. I don't know how this game is.
You do, because that's the information I did not know.
Okay, let me look at the information. Let me see if I can hover over void essences. Yep. Okay, so void essence, monster loot. It's quivering with dark energy. That's all the information we've got.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think the wizard wants it.
I never get far enough. I never get far enough to unlock the goddamn mine. I just get bored.
My devotion to this game is unsurmountable.
I'm just too tired to fucking play Stardew at this point if I were to do it. Because the time's like 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay. I'm just gonna probably get a drink in a bit, and I'll chill and cool with you. I was. What the fuck? What's this? Mori.
So I might not be able to use any of the stream before this point. Let me pull it back open, make sure it's still working right. Yeah, it looks like it's still working right.
2 years since you saw us. Markiplier's like earlier today put out a video called Mori.
Crank Gameplay's Ethan put out one called Memento, and I'm pretty sure it's two halves of the conversation because I listened to a couple seconds of both of them. I just didn't get around to watching both. But I'm pretty sure you have to put them together to get like the full conversation or something. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna like work on that later.
I'm gonna do that now.
Okay. Tell me, look at both of them, see if you agree with me, and see if you can we can do that. It's like putting them together because I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Well, you put them together, like make a video where they're just both together. I could do that easily.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the audio, they only have their own audio, but it's audios of the two halves of the same conversation.
Alright. Wait, who speaks first? I've gone both running, so let's see. Holy shit, it is.
I listened to a couple seconds of Mark's and I was like, oh, it's 2 hours of the same conversation.
It is. It's the same thing. I got it synced already.
Nice. I finally got the next backpack expansion.
Do you think I should like just make that now? Call it Memento Mori.
I don't know if we should post it. I think it's something we should just leave. You know? Like,
yeah.
Like we keep this to ourselves. I'm sure anyone who wants who like what I think even just looking at Mark's, you would be like, huh, this doesn't feel like a full conversation. Because I know there's some people who aren't subscribed to Ethan as well, but it seemed pretty, even just the names kind of hinted to you because it's Memento Mori. I don't know.
Ethan has more views than Mark.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ethan has 44k. Mark only has 552,869. Nice.
Get yucked, Mark.
Like I didn't just listen to Mori alone because it would have just been a lot of him just breathing.
Yeah, both of them were a little bit awkward to try to listen to alone. Because I only got a couple seconds of both just to confirm if it was what I thought it was. And I did them separately.
I just put them in adjacent browsers.
Because I hadn't like really had time to get around to it before I wanted to stream.
Yeah. What I've done is I put it in one browser and another browser, clicked at the same time. They're basically at the same timestamps.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's about a second difference, maybe. Less than a second, even. I'm saying
And it'd be, you know, it'd be trivial to like just, you know, get both of them and then put them into an editor and sync them up.
It would be trivial. It would be trivial. If anything, you can sync them up by just putting them next to each other. I could do that easily, like now.
Most of this, I'm probably, so, I was thinking about uploading the VOD, but if it's, like, was scuffed like that the whole stream, I probably won't. But at least now I guess I fixed the issue for the future. I'll have to see if the drawing part of the VOD was messed up, if it was just Stardew.
No, the drawing looked alright.
Okay, so I can do the drawing and then I can do after this point a Stardew as a VOD.
Yeah.
After the point where I fix it, Stardew as a VOD. So I'll just have to download it all and edit, because I wasn't recording. Anyway, I have a wizard to track down. I keep forgetting where he lives. Like, how to get there. I know where he lives, I just keep forgetting how to get there, because I don't go there much. I can't believe it was that easy to fix this problem I've actually had repeatedly with the issue. I'd never actually thought to switch it like that. Switch the sources. I never thought of it.
Ah, who knew?
Like, literally, like, multiple times in the past I've noticed and been like, man, if only there was a way to fix this problem. I've been thinking about making a server for my channel because I was using your server, but that won't work anymore.
Wait, what were you using that for?
I was using your server as kind of my hub too, so I need to make it my own. Well, I didn't have much. I wasn't doing much, but that's where I did announcing things. That's where I would vibe in voice chats if I didn't have anybody lined up, and then hope somebody would join.
I could make it again.
No, I'll just make a new one. I'll just make one myself.
No, I was gonna do one anyway. I mean, you can make your own as well, right? I could be your mod and you could be my mod. Equal modding. You know? If you want me to be your mod, or if you want.
I do want you to be my mod.
You don't have to.
I will have laxer rules than you do probably, because I'm just kind of vibing along.
Yeah, but I don't really like it spam, you know. So I had to be kind of strict because there was a lot of fucking people being idiots.
Yeah, and I probably would have but yeah, then again, all the servers I've worked with have just been I've had before are all people I was friends with who were chill and normal. I'd never have to deal with anything that your servers had to deal with. You know?
To be fair, everything that happened that day was because of other things that had happened. they thought that was a good way to react.
When it's
Really, it
still
wasn't.
nuts that they decided that was the way when you were offline. Because literally, that did nothing. That wasn't affecting you at all. At the time. Like, once you got back on,
Yeah.
obviously, but like, while they were doing
was-
it, the only one there getting affected was me.
Even then, it didn't affect me. The only thing that affected me was you and Mothi getting upset. That's what affected me. You know?
Yeah.
The server getting raided itself, I could fucking deal with. Just block him. But the fact that you and Mothi were getting harassed. Fucking hell. Like, it wasn't all of them. It wasn't all of their ideas. And one of them has apologized because they weren't thinking. And I can accept his apology because he actually fucking apologized. Right? But one of them hasn't said anything, and the other one is steadfast in what he did. Which is Lightning. Lightning's the one who, like, did not budge. Like, I admit I did wrong things, right? I wasn't a good friend. But you didn't have to do that to other people who had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Got a problem with me, leave it to me. Right?
Probably if I didn't take being a mod as seriously as I do, it probably wouldn't have been, like, a thing where it bothered others as much. Everyone would have just been like, can't believe these guys.
Yeah,
but I take it seriously.
Like, Mothy was getting actively
Yeah.
bullied, and then they delete messages.
They were, like, being, like, unreasonably mean.
I didn't even get to see a lot of it. So I can't really have genuine reactions of what they did. Other than the stuff that they didn't delete.
I was also deleting a lot
pissed.
of, like, stuff because I was trying to clear spam.
Yeah, I did that too. I tried that too, but there was so much. It would have literally taken a day to get every single one of those things fixed.
Yeah.
Literally. So it was just easier to delete it, in my opinion. I'll make that new server.
I need to step away for a minute. I'll be back.
Be safe. What should I rant about? Let's think. What should I rant about? There are many things one can rant about. Many things one can do. We've already talked about Doctor Who, so there's no point to doing that. What should I talk to these two fine fellows here? I could just advertise. I could just advertise my fucking... Oh, I know what I could advertise. I will advertise Violet's stuff. Where is there? Umbilical Violet Ball. So, everybody, this is what Violet blogs on. This is what Violet needs to get a coffee or go buy. Or then this is where you can buy their really cool art. Because they're cool. They are unironically based, my friends. They are based. I recommend you go look at those. Oh, so there's 4 people now. Yes, good. We've got people. Oh, and I can also advertise their YouTube. And most importantly, the Violet Commission page. But I realize it actually has all of the links, so there's no point to go out one by one. Great. Oh, I may just lost a few. Well, not my fault. It just happens people didn't seem interested. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Everyone left. Literally everyone left because I fucking decided to do an advert. Or has they left? I don't know. It just probably plummeted to 0. Now it's back up to 4. Okay. I don't know. I'm really trying to make sure. But I'm sorry. I do need a drink because I'm getting a headache. But like, I can't just leave you guys alone here while Fiver's not here. So I'm gonna be here for a bit, just kind of chilling, kind of vibing, all that. Because, you know, who knows? And it's back to 1 again. Oh, it's 4 now. Pretty fluctuating it is. What can I look at? Literally no clue. If you believe, not necessarily my fault. I have no idea what to do at this point.
Well, what timing? Because I'm back as you're stepping away, so, picking right back up the content train. Okay. So, talk about anything I should know about? Any, juicy secrets to be shared? I don't have the, thing back up because I closed it while I was stepped away. Let me grab it. Anyways, we're just playing some Stardew Valley and vibing. I'm thinking about switching to Star Trek Online, which is probably the nerdiest thing I could have said, but it's really fun. I'm playing as a Romulan. You know, like Romulus, as in Rome. And basically, space fighting. That's all I've got there to describe what I'm doing in that game. I'm fighting in space, which is an objectively cool thing of me to do, for the record. So it's actually not nerdy. You know, deep down it's not. I don't think the Romulans are nerds. You know, as far as Star Trek things. Anyway. I might work on my animation again for a bit. Who knows? I think I'm just going where the wind takes me right now. If anybody has anything they'd like me to do, you know, you can say it in chat, and it'll be taken into consideration. I might also, like, I don't know, draw something for somebody? I don't know. Honestly, I'm just up for whatever. I'm doing whatever. I'm just vibing. What time is it? Okay. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm so boring, aren't I? So,
You're not boring.
people are leaving. And I'm just sitting here in
They've
silence.
been leaving and coming back for a while. All
There
I do
were
is
4
refresh
when
the
I
page.
came back from being gone and you'd been the one talking.
Yeah, and I started advertising your shit, and suddenly it went from 4 to 0, back to 4, back to 0, back to 3. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't trust what it says anymore.
Oh, the 0 might just be people going to go watch my other stuff, like that YouTube video I released yesterday. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, but like it'll be
Cough.
back as soon as they reload,
Cough.
as if they never left, because it'd be there for like a moment. Cough, cough, wake, wake, nudge, nudge. Watch their shit. Yeah, I advertise literally everything you have.
Should I set up like separate channel, a separate VODs channel? They put up a VOD, or should I just put it on my regular channel?
Maybe.
I don't feel like I make enough. I feel like I could just put it up on my regular one. I feel like I'm not like at the point where I have to be dividing stuff. I feel like I'm still small enough. I don't need to worry about dividing my things.
I've done nothing this month. I'm surprised I'm not streamed a moment this month. I've got nothing. Literally nothing.
Don't say
I should
that.
have even streamed today. Huh?
Don't talk like that.
I literally have done nothing since the 1st of November. I have not done anything this month. That is a literal fact. No content has been made. I've not even been editing my fucking videos. I need to edit. I'd very much say what is happening.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I go through plenty of periods though where I'm not making anything, and my videos are like not to make people like feel discouraged, not want to watch them. My videos are like stupidly easy to make. Like obviously I need all the skills I've gathered. Like it took time and it took effort to get to the point where it's easy. But it is so easy. I just draw something. And drawing is easier now for me because I've been drawing for like ages and I've worked on developing that skill, and now it's easy. And I figured out how to edit my speed paints, and I can do it the same way, almost the same way every time now. And I've gotten down to a science, how like a quick and easy way to find and pick music. I used to spend like 20 minutes minimum like picking out what song I wanted to play during my speed paints, and I don't do that anymore. Because I've kind of figured it out. But, like, originally it was so much, like, more. You know?
Yeah.
Like, but like at this point, it's like if I have 2-3 hours free some point during the week, it's kind of embarrassing that I don't upload more regularly.
I wouldn't say it's embarrassing.
I mean, partially it's just like, it is more tiring to draw on camera for me. Like, if I know it's recording, it takes more energy to draw, even if it's the same type of drawing I'd normally do. That's why I don't record it when I'm doing something, like, really heavy, like the, one the Vices one. Because it's harder for me to draw it if it's on camera. Because I'm more worried about, like, how long it's taking, like, if it's, like, taking time, if I'm taking gaps, I have to remember, like, keep an eye on my recording, make sure it's working right and stuff. I wasn't paying enough attention on the one that went up yesterday, and it's like, oh, well, now it's all messed up because I wasn't paying enough attention. But it's also, it's like 2 hours of, like, light labor to make a video. I don't know. I've driven people away. Okay,
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, even though you're...
I'm still not sure how to...
Maybe at the same time, like... I mean, at least it counts for you got views.
Yeah.
That will help in the algorithm. You'll find your audience. You might be like me, where you can only do it with certain people.
Yeah.
Well, not certain people, but you can do it if you have people with you. But then that's also a problem when you have me with you, because I'm one of those people who needs someone else to drive the conversation. Right? Meaning
Yeah, we need to find a third.
We must have another.
When I was streaming Stardew Valley a couple of weeks ago, I was having the same problem I have now with the framing. I need to check and make sure it's working right.
I just realized that thing is happening in a week.
What thing's in a week?
Deltarune. Deltarune voice acting.
Oh yeah! That is next week. Oh, and I have my econ exam this week. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? What is this, what is that thing? What did he do to me? He jinxed me! I got jinxed! The enemies down here are getting crazy.
PvP enemy.
It is kind of funny that there's like enemies in Stardew Valley. It's like, yeah, it's mostly a farming game, but then you also will go down to the mines and slaughter hundreds of creatures.
You know what my favorite way of saying what the fuck is this, or fuck no, or this is fucking bad, or just like a negative reaction to something that's happened is?
What?
You know, it's something we got from this one YouTuber called Bolt Finniken, and he says, "Yeah, one picture of your finest bleach, barkeep." So I go to fucking drink bleach for this shit. Fucking. I realized some lack of laughter. That's not as funny as I thought it was.
Well, I went to the mines and immediately got nearly murdered, so I guess I'm not mining today.
Okay. I'm surprised no one has contested me for any of the roles in the voice acting thing yet.
Oh, am I being contested for... I think I only signed up for Susie, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, and you're being contested by someone called Karen.
How dare? Honestly.
I know, right? Honestly. How dare someone actually want to do something? Wow, the audacity for someone to want to do something. Like, imagine.
How dare they want to do something that I'm already doing?
No, you're not just
don't they know I'm the main character? Come on.
Oh, no. Oh my god, main character syndrome. I mean, you could be the main character. You could just try to be Chris.
I guess. Chris is kind of a nerd.
Nerd.
I'm already a nerd enough in real life. I don't need to be playing nerds.
Yeah.
Who's free? Who's not being chosen as like a major character? I'm so dumb. I keep pressing wrong buttons.
Let's see. Chris has not been chosen. None of the Addison, Alfie's, Ambulance, Asgore, Bloxer, Blue Blocks, Catty, City Wire, Clover, Jigsaw Joe, Jigsaw, Little Wool, Malleus, Mr. Elegant, Plug Boys / Plug People, Pop Up, Rabbit, Royal Coat Rack, Ruddin or Ruddin Ranger, so a normal person or abnormal person as we know them. Rudolph Holiday, Charm, Snowy, Swatchlings, Temmie, Undine, Vera Vivicum, and Worm. Those are the fellas who are not taken.
I think I'll just like wait till the day of and then just kind of like vibe around and do anything that needs that like if Susie gets taken from me, I'll just vibe around and just fill in roles that aren't taken.
Yeah. I have
'Cause I don't.
sweets.
There's not any I'm really after except for Susie. So I don't know. I don't want to like try like sign up for anything and then have someone see that and be like, oh, I guess I'm not signing up for this one, kind of thing, you know?
Hey, try and test out your Susie voice.
I can't just do it, you know?
You can't just do it.
I can't.
Do you need a line to say?
I'm getting nervous now.
Gotcha. Okay, do you want to hear my sweets voice?
Sure.
Yeah, so I was able to find out a way to manipulate my voice to make me sound like a robot. I think. Is it working?
Yeah, it's working. It's working.
There we go. You know, I am partially deaf, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, I'm sweets. Here's a line from the game. We play scam. We don't play. Yo, you want to buy some drugs? Yeah, I saw him. Went that way. Nah, I don't know how fast he went. Went pretty fast, though. About speed fast. From.
From bro.
Do not ask. Recommend it.
I think I'm gonna end stream soon. Either that or switch games.
I would not know. Also,
I don't think
it's not
anybody's
that
watching in
actually
the. I don't think anybody's watching in the Star Trek Online category. I feel like that's not a particularly big category right now. Let me see if it's like. It'd be really funny if it's like a massive category and I never knew.
Yeah, it could be like Deltarune, where there's a lot of people watching, but barely anyone making any content on it. So it's all got a lot of things that make Deltarune stuff.
There's 80 viewers. 72 of which are on the same person's thing.
Is that just a cool?
Yeah, not a lot of competition in the category. And 80 viewers. 72 of which are watching one guy's thing.
Yeah, but you also got to take into account, is this one who regularly gets a lot of stuff like other things? Or is this guy is solely Star Trek Online? Because that's how we know. That's truly how we know it.
Plus, if I'm in a smaller category, a lot of the time when people are doing raids post-stream, they'll pick something in the same category as them. Like if you're drawing, you go for someone in art. If you're playing, like if you don't have anybody in mind already, you'll go for somebody random in the same category. That's what I do, at least. It's my understanding of what sometimes people do.
Oh my god, there's a cat. Oh my god,
Kitty.
a cat.
Have I ever shown you pictures of my cat?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't remember fully.
Her name is
This is how I
Alice. My
forget
mom
too.
named her after the Twilight character.
I'm about to say Alice in Wonderland, but yeah.
Nope. Apparently, my mom thought her eyes look like the way Alice's eyes are described in the book.
I wouldn't know. I've never read or watched Twilight, and I never planned to.
I went through like a massive phase where I just read Twilight over and over again.
Did you say that
I've
was
looked back on
because
it.
You were like being rebellious because you weren't allowed to, and that's precisely what you did.
That's why I wanted to read them in the first place. The reason I kept reading them over and over again, though, was because there's so much potential for something really good in it, and I was trying for it to be good. I was like reading them over and over again. I'm like, these will start being good eventually. There's no how this idea can't be done this bad, like, because all the background characters like so cool and everything, right?
They focus on the most.
Yeah, like.
Character.
Literally, you tell any story about Alice and her past 10 times better than anything about Bella and Edward. Alice's worst story is better than Edward and Bella's best story. all of the side books that were like about other characters were so much better. I read one that was like about like one of the vampires they fight in one of the earlier books. Like there was this group of young vampires who were being raised by these like vampires that had like a grudge with the Cullens, and young vampires are stronger when they're like newborn vampires is what they refer to them as, because they were just freshly turned. They're more powerful, and there was this story about this newly turned vampire who, you know, she realized that she was being tricked and controlled by the people, and she was planning to leave. And it's like this whole thing, and, you know, talking about their lives and how, like, some of them are being super reckless about and not hiding things right, and then she and this other guy were, like, the smart and careful one, and they were planning to leave the day that they were supposed to attack the Cullens, and then the guy doesn't meet her where he's supposed to, so she goes to the group to look for him, and then the guy who's been, like, the guys who are, like, turning the vampires tell her that he's up ahead. He went up ahead with the group, and she believes him and goes, and then she gets murdered by the Italian vampires who came to like be like, oh, these newborn vampires gotta go.
Can I be honest with you? I dropped off about halfway through because I spaced out, and I came back to, and then she got murdered. I'm like, fucking what?
Yeah, the story ends with the Italian vampires promising the Cullens that they weren't gonna kill the ones they captured, and then immediately turning and killing the girl, which is one of the captured ones. The girl who's like the main character of that one. It was like
Sad.
way too good for a Twilight book.
So it's very sad. One of the things I will never ever understand.
What?
The concept of Genshin Impact in gacha games. Just the concept of, yes, you're buying PNGs to progress the game.
Oh no, Genshin Impact's different though.
Okay, well, Genshin Impact is another thing. It's separate to the I don't understand part, because I just straight up don't understand anything about it.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. It's a bit different.
General,
You mean like the ones that are like you're collecting cards to progress and stuff?
Yeah.
Genshin Impact's different because you get a physical character that you can play as and control and run around in an expansive world in. And they have different like abilities and weapons. It's cool. I
think if you're gonna make a game where you have multiple characters that have multiple things, right? Never make it so. Also, exclusive thing.
For the record, with Genshin Impact, I just want to say this because, they give you throughout the story all of the different like basic categories of characters. They'll give you like all the different elements and whatever. And so they give you everything you need, but they do have like other characters that have like special skills you can get from draws. And the draws don't have to be with real money. You earn the stuff you draw from through the game's storyline as well.
Okay, so then it's good then, because
Genshin Impact's an outlier though.
So it's like if it's something where you could spend real game money to be able to progress in the real life money to progress in a game, that's just bad game design, in my opinion.
There's some better characters that are easier to win with that you can get from the draws that you don't get in the game. There's one I have like because I've played a little bit of Genshin Impact. There's one that's like I can't remember her name for some reason, but she's like a really heavy hitter type of character, and she's really good. And I got her from one of my random draws, but they do give you the stuff for random draws as well throughout the game. And like you can win them through like daily logins and quests and stuff.
You have been streaming for 1 hour 13.
I got a diamond!
3 seconds. Oh my god, Minecraft diamonds! Oh my
Minecraft
god.
diamonds! I have to give it to Gunther so I can learn about it. I have to give up my first diamond to that guy. I'm so bitter about it. Every time I get a new thing and I'm super excited, and it's like, Gunther will tell you more about this if you donate it to the museum. And it's like, and I don't even want to know that bad, but I don't want to have that message every time I look at it.
King Gunther.
And it's like, he's fine. The museum sucked. He needs the stuff. Because, like, I think it was, like, apparently the previous museum curator just stole everything and left. Or something like that.
Based.
So now, obviously, it's up to me, this random person who just moved into town, to rebuild the museum.
I'm not the new curator.
To be fair, he can't find this stuff. Do you think he's down here in the mines fighting rock crabs?
Is that one of the fucking enemies you talked about?
What?
Holy shit.
Oh no, it's the wizard one again! No, this guy...
Wizard.
Ah!
I'm confused. Wizard?
Well, he has like some sort of weird magic ability. I've been referring to him as a wizard one. But...
Here he comes. That guy looks like an enemy from fucking... the kingdom, whatever it's called.
I can't go back over. I don't think I can face him. I think he'll kill me instantly. Maybe if I get the drop on him, I can just... yeah.
Eat corny, yes. Bitch got bombs.
I need to be really careful. I'm on, like, no health. I think I have to leave. I don't think I can...
Oh, don't stay. You shouldn't have done that.
Oh, you're a little bit
Just
behind
run
on...
away. Run away. Yeah, I am behind. You're currently running upwards.
I'm going back down, don't worry.
Mining.
I just saw an enemy and I'm
Okay.
coming back down.
And you're currently getting stuck on some rock. You don't need to get stuck on. Or you're purposely, or Mikey, you're just kind of purposely running into rock when you said you're leaving.
I'm taking my time.
You can what?
Taking my time.
Take your time when you got fuck all health. If you end up dying,
I'm fine.
leave the mine. You've left the mine. And you've now kind of focus and shit.
I was hoping you could find another diamond.
Oh my god, it's diamond. I love all my diamond.
Oh yeah, I need to remember in the morning I need to start putting in some some gold to start cooking. I need to get gold bars.
Evi, do you think you're gonna have good internet?
What?
Do you think you'll have good internet tonight?
I don't know.
Well, tonight is in my tonight, so like within the next hour or so.
It seems fine right now, huh?
After you finish the stream, do you want to try and watch Deadpool again?
Yeah, we can try.
Actually, I don't know, because like I
But it's like also like nighttime for you. And then after right after the stream, I'm probably gonna be going to cook dinner.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Cause it's Sunday, which means it's my nice dinner.
Nice dinner? You only get nice dinners on Sundays?
Well, like I eat good stuff on other days, but this is like the nice dinner that like I buy specifically to eat only on Sundays. I get like I get curry mix, and I have curry. And like one pouch of curry mix is like $4. And I have $35 a week for groceries. So it's a significant portion of my week's food.
We get a nice jar of curry. We get like korma.
I've been getting a pack because I found I liked the pack better. It's a little bit less curry for my money, but because if I get the jar, it's 2 meals worth. But I've decided it's worth it because I like the packet I've been getting better.
That's right. I quite like the jar. Because bear in mind, I've had the microwave curry before.
Oh, I'm comparing this. I compare my curry to. My comparison is with my mom's homemade curry. So, I've had microwave curry once in my life, and I'm never eating it again because it sucks so bad.
So it sucks balls, and you don't mean that the way I do it. I'm sorry.
What I noticed though is the jarred of the type out, at least the because I was getting the same flavor as the stuff with the same name as the one my mom makes, but I noticed it was like really sweet. It was like too sweet and it wasn't like spicy enough. And then I got the packet and it tasted right. That's why I use the packet now. Because the packet tastes more like what my mom
is that
makes.
like another head? You get in here in the car. Remember that time when there was a helicopter and I kept just looking out my window and saying, "What the fuck? Get away!" I was getting really angry at a helicopter one night. Do you remember?
Yeah.
But if you have anxiety like me, you're worried that if you go to bed with a helicopter in the air, you won't wake up because it'll crash into your house.
I have faith in helicopter pilots. Like, I don't have faith in many people, but pilots...
I have faith. I have my faith in the pilot. I just don't have my faith in the engineering and the machine itself.
I distrust cars and, like, drivers more than I distrust, like, helicopters or planes or their pilots.
I distrust drivers of cars more than I distrust the drivers of helicopters. I distrust cars more than I distrust the drivers of the cars and the driver of helicopters. But I do not. What I'm trying to say is, I trust the driver of said helicopter fully, right? If he said he'd save my life and he has my back, I'll do it, right? But the machine that fucker flies in, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole because I think if I do, it might go bang.
I do think I do have to, like, trust flying stuff a little bit more because I'm on planes every couple of months. And I cannot vibe on a plane for 3 hours if I'm worried it's gonna crash. It's gonna be, like, a miserable flight for me.
I've never been on a plane.
Okay, imagine a bus. Now imagine if it sucked just, like, a bit more.
I've only been on a bus a few times, so...
And specifically not like a school bus, but like a Greyhound bus, like a distance bus.
A Greyhound bus.
They call it that. It's a brand in America. It's like a company in America. Is Greyhound. It's a charter bus company.
Breed. I thought you were just comparing it to a dog breed. Like
no, it's a charter bus company in America, and people refer to that type of bus as a Greyhound sometimes. It's like a charter bus with like the fabric seats. And sometimes you get, if you're lucky, you get one with chargers, and there's technically a bathroom, but they tell you not to use it unless you really, really have to.
Because that means you have to clean it out.
Plus, like, it's just so inconvenient to like get up, especially on like a plane, because you have to like get past people, because I never end up in like the first boarding group, so all the aisle and so I always end up in the middle of two people. And sometimes those two people will know each other, and I won't know either of them, which is kind of funny. Because I'm just sitting in between two strangers, and they know each other, and like, man, we should have sat next to each other, huh? Like they don't say anything, but I'm like 90% sure. It's like, what's going on, you know? But, you know, they could always just, like...
Apart from a minibus, the main bus I've ever been on in my life has been a school bus. So, like, that's like a big bus.
I guess I do have, like, a lot for... I guess, like... I guess if you don't go on super long field trips, they don't have to get charter buses for it, huh? I never thought about that. They only get charter buses when you're taking 6-year-olds, like, 4 hours.
You say that, like, super long, but again, like, a trip across the country is in a car is about 10 hours. I mean, not 10 hours, 12 hours, right? So, a trip to Oakwood, right, which would be, like, where we usually went when we had school trips. So that's, like, go to the theme park. That's a 2-hour drive there and back. That will be 2 hours there, 2 hours back, there and back is 4, so, you know. 4 in total. So, yeah, it's not that bad, you know?
Yeah, they just... We also would, once we were older, they would have us go on school buses, the longer trips. When like you're when you're dealing with like a bunch of 6-year-olds, you know, it makes sense that they wouldn't want to have a bunch of like kids who like do not have the best control over their bathroom schedule. They want to get a bus with a bathroom on it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna end stream.
Okay, you do that.
So let's see.
Sorry, my brace is kind of
We've
dead.
got a viewer that might just be you, but if it's somebody else,
It's me.
okay. I'll just say, in case my number's wrong.
Goodbye.
Again, I've got a YouTube video that went out yesterday that would be cool if people want to watch, and I'm gonna do a raid.
Subscribe to this person, and you get a free commission. By technicality alone, because technically, by subscribing, you're paying for the commission. By the way, you're there. It's their commission specifically. You're commissioning from them. Anyway, bye.
I'm gonna find someone to raid. Because even if it's just you, I want to do a raid. Because, no, I'm not actually gonna bother. Never mind.
I was worried I said something wrong because you wouldn't raise sign. And I was like, shit, have I fucked up?
No, you're good. I'm just gonna stop the stream now. Yep.
Yep.